This is gonna be short. Welcome back, everybody. And if you like rare, luxury, expensive things, then this is the review for you. And since I'm a rare, expensive, and luxury item myself, like, subscribe, comment down below, because it fills my heart with joy and the algorithm with yummy, yummy num-nums and helps the channel. So before we begin, go ahead and do that. And start with a comment down below before we even get started with the fanciest whiskey you've ever had. As we get into today's review, what we've got for you today, courtesy of the fine people at the Glendronach. Yes, that's right, Scotch whiskey. We've got a very special little sample here to partake of. This is the Grandeur, yes, literally the Grandeur, batch 11, a 28-year, ooh, just shy of 30. I love those numbers, those high 20s, especially when it comes to single malt Scotch. Now, this is a nearly 3-decade blend of Scotch from the Glendronach that was aged in both PX sherry, that's Pedro Jimenez, and Oloroso Spanish sherry casks. All 100% aged in those Spanish sherry casks. So this isn't a bunch of bourbon and first fill and this. It's all these beautiful, rare, lovely sherry casks. One of my favorite scotches I've ever had was a 14-year PX sherry cask. And so I'm excited to dive into this one. Normally, I'll be honest, I taste 2 or 3 times before I do these reviews, the old Fred Minnick way. But today I wanted to dive in 100% brand new. I prepped my palate. I feel like I'm in a good spot to review this because I wanted to taste it in all its glory, unfiltered, unencumbered by any other previous thought. I just want first impressions on here. So keep that in mind on the review, but let's go. The Grandeur 28 year single malt PX sherry. Now what we have for proof, 48.9%, so beautiful, almost 49% ABV, just shy of that 100 proof. But for Scotch, that's wonderful. Let's admire that color, though. Oh my God, it's almost like motor oil, folks. Amber motor oil, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm almost holding myself back because I love sherried Scotch. I love sherried Scotch. Sherried bourbon, but sherried Scotch matches perfectly with the malted barley. There's just something about that marriage that works way better, and the way Scotch ages in that more temperate climate in Scotland. Oof. Anyway, cheers to the fancy folks. Oh, and yeah, it's a sweet sherry bomb. I mean, freaking dancing cherry, like candied cherries and grapes. That rich, like almost like cherry almond, that vanilla-y, marzipan-y, almondy thing that you get from sherry, right? But it's so deep and rich, and underneath, oh, there's almost this cocoa chocolatiness. It's rich beyond all measure. Now, for something that's 28 years old, it actually does hit the nostrils a little tougher than I thought. I thought it would be like no burn at all. There's a little bit of an alcohol burn even on the nose. Teeny tiny though, I'll be honest. We're nearing 100 proof, so I kind of get it, but still. But I mean, I could, as I let this just kind of waft open, let me get a little extra air in there. Oh, yeah, it's just like red grapes, cherries, almond, vanilla, chocolate wrapped up. Let's take a taste. Wonderful peppery spice in there. Almond and chocolate on like the mid-center palate. Really nice bitter drying effect because the nose is super. This is one of those where the nose is one thing, the palate is very different. They less match up, they more juxtapose, but in this way, they're very, very good. The nose is candy, sweet, sugary, all that beautiful, beautiful dessert kind ofness. Yeah, dessertness is a word. Whereas the palate is a little bit dry, bitter, but very interesting, peppery, a little bit more spicy, all that kind of stuff. Dry stone fruits. That grape, again, nice bitterness, front, middle palate, lingers, perfect proof point, does not feel light at all. Slowly roll. The finish isn't super long, but the kind of drying effect on the roof of your mouth gives you some extra flavors of a little bit of grain and more nuttiness at the end there. So while it's not totally like rolling down the back of your throat for 30, 40 seconds, that nice drying, almost like a wine, like a really nice wine effect is happening on there. Really nice, really nice. Now, here's the big question, right? I said expensive. This is, of course, this is 28 years. It is a rare limited edition. So the MSRP here in the United States is $800. That is the suggested retail price, whatever your local liquor store, if they happen to get this, charges is up to them. That's a lot of money. I'll tell you, there's 12-year bourbons that are going for that, which is ridiculous. So all things told, it's hard for me to spend $800, I know, but man, if you're out there, if you are very well off, if you are a luxury person, let me put it this way, like the regular buyer is not going out and hunting this every day and everything, right? This is for a very specific person who's either got the means and is collecting stuff like this, or big time splurge, special occasion kind of stuff. And this is excellent. That's all I can't tell you if it's worth it. Your situation is very, very different from every other person. What I can tell you is, though, you will not be let down. It's not like you're going to buy this and say, really? This is a very, very good whiskey. Whether it's worth that price tag to you personally is different. But without a doubt, if you like Scotch, especially if you like sherried Scotches at all, this will blow you away. But tell me, would you spend the $800? That's part 2 of the comment thing. Let me know down below. Like, subscribe, comment. Appreciate you very much. And we will see you on the next one.